GRACE, Good Relations and Collaborative Education, is a relationship-focused 5-stage model of collaboration which builds durable, interdependent relationships, fosters mutual understanding, and increases capacity for meaningful and sustainable sharing within the education sector. Stage 2. Engaging with a partnership of 2 or 3 schools. Stage 2 of the GRACE model focuses on developing strong working relationships between 2 or 3 school communities. It is important to take time to invest in robust communication and relationship building. This creates a durable foundation for future collaboration. The modelling of interdependent staff relationships leads to shared professional advancement and can enhance both pupil and parental support for joint school collaboration. We will now explore this stage through a case study featuring Ligoniel and St Vincent de Paul Primary Schools from North Belfast, 2 schools who, despite previous links, identified the need to deepen their partnership and intentionally build relationships between their respective staff teams in order to advance their shared education initiatives.
So the context of our current partnership is really, I suppose, going back about 18 years. So the schools have had some sort of contact right the way through that period. We're very much within 5 minutes of each other by walking distance, but I suppose in terms of the history of the area and what's happened here, there's quite a divide within the 2 communities, and I suppose really this is an opportunity for us as a project to start to bring those 2 communities slightly closer together, and doing that through the children and the education that we're giving them.
Shared education has to involve everyone in the school. It's not just the children and it's not just the class teachers. It has to be a whole school approach. And that's where I think is the basis of our vision.
We were kind of a wee bit sort of hesitant as to how that was going to work at the outset. And I think what I had to realise was we needed to break this down. So we first of all started and worked with our staff, and that's where Chris came in. So we had brought them in to do a joint staff development day. And I think having that third party there really helped the building of the relationships. And a lot of those sort of like relationship building activities really just helped us realise that we were both sets of professionals, and we really hadn't had that much opportunity in the past to meet together. Those staff development days then really paid off whenever we first met as classes, whenever the children were meeting, because they could really see what the teachers were like and how they knew each other. And I think from that very outset, the children bought into it, because they could say, well, hang on, our teachers are happy with this. They're talking to each other, so maybe we'll do the same.
It's exciting when you're getting ready to actually do it, because we're just like, who am I going to meet? What am I going to do? What if I say the wrong thing? And then when you're in there, you're just fine.
I can second that opinion. Last time we did shared education, we made a Christmas wreath. And early on that day, we had a fun time at the Ballystone Leisure Centre.
We really bonded when we first met and just started talking the rest of the day. When you do group activities, you have to show your ideas, so you have to talk to people. You can't just sit there and not do anything.
As a coordinator, having Chris as a contact has been really essential. This is something that I have never done before, so when we started in year 1, being able to contact any of the staff at Chris and ask their advice on, okay, how do I do these joint lessons with children, or how do I get parents more involved? They give us so many ideas and were a real guidance throughout the planning stages. So I know, speaking to staff from Chris, they suggested the parent coffee mornings and some of the resources that you could use with children and with parents and staff as well, some of the icebreaker activities, and they're just that helping hand as well, because you can contact them throughout the year and just kind of keep them updated with what you're doing, and they are always there if you need to ask a question. Through shared education, we have TPL days, which is teacher professional learning. So for example, this year and last year we've had staff going out on play courses, and we have PDMU courses, maths courses, and teachers are given that time to go out together with their partner from the other school, attend the training, which can last up to 3 days, and they can come back to school, share that they're learning with other staff members, but also it then leads into their planning and their teaching. So it's a fantastic opportunity to develop our curriculum.
The groundwork that we put in at the initial stages is really starting to show its benefits. where we're seeing the children starting to work together better, that there's natural friendships are starting to be made.
When we invite our parents along, the ideas that we have got from our parents have been fantastic. Some of their suggestions of how we could take shared education forward, to listen to some of their hopes for the future as well.
They want this too. And I think if you can have them as a partner along with the two schools, really I suppose that's where we want to take our project next.
And this morning so far we've come in, we've all had a cup of tea or coffee and something to eat. Then we had a wee icebreaker game, so we did a bingo and we all spoke a bit about each other and told
got
some
to know people a bit better.
interesting facts.
And my kids actually, they really look forward to it when they're coming up to here. I just think in Northern Ireland there's a lot of bitterness between communities, so hopefully with the shared education over time that can be a better impact, and hopefully everyone can just get on and religion isn't really a big thing.
I suppose my advice would be to make sure you take baby steps. Don't try and do too much too soon. And I think what we found was the first year is really just a chance for the two schools to get to know each other, what way they work and just what will work well for each other. And I think then as you develop that partnership into your future years, you find that natural rhythm within the project. Generally things have run fairly smoothly. There's always chops and changes. There's always something that goes wrong. But we found that with good communication between the two coordinators, certainly working with Catherine and just saying, right, how are we going to get this sorted? Generally things can keep running. And I think that's the big advice to any coordinators out there is, if you're stuck in the midst of it and it's usually a mad sort of rush to get things done, just keep talking to the other coordinator. And again, it's an unusual setup where you've got two coordinators doing the same thing, but you really need that in terms of having the opportunity to talk to someone and just get your ideas down together.